Hello, this is Alina, and welcome to another episode of the Luxembourg Mind, Business Beyond Borders, which is a podcast showcasing leaders of Luxembourg, shaping it as a dynamic business hub. My subset, Impact Founders, focuses on founders that not only build for growth, but also build for purpose. And today we have a very special guest who literally shapes the future of leadership of this country. Agnieszka Zajac, our guest today, is a managing partner of Odgers, a leading global executive search and leadership advisory firm. Today we will talk about CEO succession, we will talk about women leadership, we will talk about age bias, but also how Luxembourg is competing on the global scene for talent. If you are looking for Luxembourg as a new base, or you're forming a leadership team, or you're thinking what's next, today's conversation will really give you behind the scenes of how leadership decisions are made. So now let's go to Agnieszka's world. Hello, Agnieszka, so good
nice
to see you.
How are you?
Okay. Very good. Hi Agnieszka, I'm so excited to have you on the Impact Founders podcast of the Luxembourg Mind. Thank you so much for having me here and spending time to talk with me.
Thank you for inviting me, Alina.
So your story, your path is a story of continuous learning, cross-border, you crossed countries, you did multiple programs, you studied languages, you studied economy, and then you went into the corporate governance, right? And then you did also different things in your life. So maybe share with us your story and what were the key milestones along the way that brought you here in this beautiful office?
This is a beautiful office, you are right, in the center of Luxembourg, and I'm very proud of that. Basically I started, I think, thinking about what I'm doing right now. I started thinking about that when I was 20. So basically the idea was to meet people, as many people as I can, and travel a lot. So I started my study, I went to France as well, I went to Brussels after, so basically Sweden, traveling a lot. And I was also very much involved in different job d'étudiant to pay my study. And I met one of the partners from Korn Ferry at that time. And she told me that it would be interesting to work for Korn Ferry with my conviction. So I started working in Brussels with Korn Ferry. And after I met my husband, came to Luxembourg, and I thought that it would be just for 1-2 years, and it's been 23 years here. So time goes by. And and from the beginning, I think that was the first person, the first lady. So the lady who made me start with Korn Ferry, the first lady who helped me a lot as a kind of mentor, or I would say a good soul somewhere around me, and who believed in me, and that was the story. So 23 years in Luxembourg, and still happy, still alive. And so I started with executive search, and you can see that we are in the center of Luxembourg. Yes. I started with executive search and went through different, I would say, jobs and companies. And in 2018, I decided to set up my own company, and I took the franchise of Odgers for Luxembourg. So basically, at the beginning, it was just a kind of sub-franchise, because London was not happy to give the franchise for a small country of the size of Boston. So they didn't really believe in Luxembourg. So I had my convictions. I did my business plan, and I sold the business plan to London and to Brussels. And the CEO from London, he told me, Agnieszka, would be great. However, start with Brussels first. So I did the franchise during 3 years, during the COVID. And I survived. And after 3 years, so basically I went to London, and I asked Kester, who is still the CEO of Odgers, can I sell myself at Luxembourg again? And he told me, yeah, do the business plan and we will see. I was so proud because the whole board from Odgers, from different countries here, US and so on, they gave me the franchise for Luxembourg. So basically that was after 3 years, that was extremely rewarding, and I think if we want, we can, I would say. So that was a great story, and we've been doing this business with Odgers for 7 years and a half, and still keeping, I would say, us occupied and very busy and very happy. So that's the story. And Luxembourg, 23 years, and still happy to be there.
We have some commonalities. I also started an executive search. I moved to Luxembourg also for 1 year and a half, and this was 18 years ago. That's, I think, a very typical.
We are so many.
We are so many like this. Yes, that's a common story. Yes.
Yeah, we were so many, and we can see, our candidates. We bring so many people to Luxembourg, and they basically they don't know a lot about Luxembourg, and once they come, they stay.
They stay. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the Luxembourg magic, yes, exactly. So speaking about that, how do you find yourself working in Luxembourg, and what is going really well? You are as a managing partner, you're a founder, and what we can do better from the business environment perspective here?
Yeah, this is a very direct question. So I've got, as you know, Alina, I've got lots of convictions, and I do believe that we are extremely lucky here to live in a very small country, in a very safe country, in a very entrepreneurial country, in a country where I would say sky is the limit. So this is great. Basically, when I came to Luxembourg, I felt like Rockefeller years ago, because everything was possible here. So I still have this kind of feeling. And I think this is our strength. And I think that on the business perspective, again, it's shorter, easier to bring the business here. Basically, you've got the access to the decision makers very quickly, which is not the same in Poland, in the UK, in different countries. And I think this is our strength. What makes me still, as a Polish person, very, I would say, engaged, is the fact that we might lose perhaps this possibility to do lots of things because we remain still very conservative at the end. Mm-hmm. So perhaps we might have great ideas, great people around. I do believe that there are so many great people in Luxembourg, and we still every single day we meet somebody we have never met yet. And despite the fact that this is the country of 600,000 people, but perhaps sometimes we are not bold enough, if I may, not ambitious enough. Might be interesting to improve, and it's not the question of people. It's much more the question of Western Europe, I would say today. So perhaps too comfortable to be bold, and on the other side we should be bold, because there is just one chance to build the momentum. And I think, as I love the Chinese proverb, that the best moment to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best moment is now. So I think that might be something we can improve, and we can see that every single day. So perhaps more ambitious, more boldness, and more to-do attitude would be great.
So it's this fact that we're a small country, so this access to decision makers comes always in the conversations and in the interviews that I've done. It's very quick, everyone speaks English also, which is not that common in other European countries, right? But on the other side, Luxembourg still believes it's a small country. You can see also in your struggles initially to get the full license, right? You've done an amazing job in Luxembourg, but you had to be very determined to convince, right, your colleagues that Luxembourg has this potential, which is not visible. Yeah, and we remain sort of victims of thinking, okay, we're in a small country, right? So maybe we should not aim so high, right?
Exactly. So basically, when I did the business plan, they were so surprised in London because they were telling me, Agnieszka, we didn't know. So basically, when you see, LPA now, when you see different associations, they are Luxembourg for Finance, they are doing an amazing job, and they keep promoting because there are still so many people they don't know. And Luxembourg is still some point associated, with the financial center, but there are so many different sectors booming, and we work a lot, with education. We work a lot with non-for-profit. We work a lot with family businesses as well, private equity, and huge market, huge possibilities. So I think we still need to promote, despite the fact that we have done so much already.
And it's true, everyone thinks about finance, but there are so many other businesses where you can actually have a very interesting career, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, interesting.
Absolutely.
You yourself, you invested heavily in your education. We met through INSEAD alumni. I know that you have other big names on your CV. So which program or which institution really changed the way you advise leaders, you communicate, transformed the way you are?
So I think this one, and it's not because you are coming from INSEAD, it's because that was the first one. And it's still a kind of, dreaming business school. When you go to Poland, when I speak about INSEAD in Poland, it's like, wow, this is the first business school worldwide. So and INSEAD, the first program I did with INSEAD, it was during COVID. And basically everybody was searching, to make herself busy, and we had no chance to go out and so on. So many people were just doing, different trainings, and I started with INSEAD at that time, and I think it gives you, another perspective of the business. It gives you, another perspective about your place in the business as well. So basically, it helps you, build a purpose. What's the reason why I'm here? What can I do, based on my hard and soft skills? And that was INSEAD. So basically, this kind of reflection about business differently, myself differently, this kind of three dimensions leadership means, this holistic. Like Jan Whitwood, again, the professor from communication with impact, mentioned one day. So you've got this 50,000 feet, you've got 5,000 feet, and you've got 5. So 50,000 is about, this holistic approach. So basically the ecosystem, how does it work, how can I position myself? So this blue ocean perspective as well. I can do this job of recruitment like everybody, or I can perhaps go on the blue ocean and there is no blue. It's not so easy, but the purpose is different. And after you've got 5,000, so much more operational, because execution without vision without execution remains only the vision. So you need to be on this operational side extremely strong. And 5 feet means the self-awareness. And INSEAD gave me that. So after that, I did different programs with INSEAD again, and with MIT, with Harvard, with Polish Business School, Koźmiński as well, 1 year of supervisory board. And basically, from my perspective, in our job, because we hire and inspire leaders of tomorrow, in our job, it's extremely important to be able to understand our clients, our candidates, to be able to speak the same language, to be able to inspire them. And I think executive education gives us this powerful tool to improve our job and improve ourselves every single day.
Yeah, so even with your clients, you have this vision, but also the perfect execution, because otherwise it remains.
Because imagine, so basically we work with the board, so we've got 3 pillars of activities. We've got the board advisory, we've got executive search and leadership practice. And basically with the board, so basically we speak about governance. And if you are not able to be state of the art, I would say, in terms of tools, in terms of trends, concepts, and so on, executive education gives you that. If you are not state of the art, you are not credible to those people.
Of course.
And executive search the same. So CEO succession again. We've got the access to so many, different tools and trends with INSEAD, with others. So basically, how the next generation CEO looks like, how what's the relationship between chair and CEO, what makes them successful together. This kind of tools, come on. You need to be able to learn continuously to be credible and to inspire yourself. I would say to do even better each day, to be the best version of yourself every single day.
The self-awareness,
so,
yes.
This is executive education.
And this brings us perfectly to the next question and reflection about what actually you see as the next generation of the CEOs, of the board, of the top talent. How do you see the potential? What is changing in the current environment?
Yeah, this is a great question, and we keep talking about every single day. Yeah? So basically, we've got 4 different CEO successions running, and in different organizations, and basically every organization. So you've got very interesting topic. Perhaps I will promote this one because this is something we need to promote. When we speak about next generation, so basically succession planning is something extremely important, and being able to prepare the succession planning the right way and anticipate instead of being reactive. It's extremely important, because by doing this way, you can reflect about the competencies of tomorrow you want for the company. You can reflect about the competencies missing with the company. So basically to build this systemic approach of executive committee, because CEO is one thing, but you've got people around. And I think we don't speak enough about preparing succession planning correctly with the right, I would say, time to think about. And once there is a succession, so what we advise our clients, and what we can see on the market, that there are not so many companies, they are hiring into the silos now. Mm-hmm. So basically, it's not I would say changed absolutely. That for example, for the CEO of an insurance company, they will not search for another CEO from the insurance company. However, this CEO from another insurance company, they don't want, I would say, the same person they will replace. So even within the sector, clients are not searching for the same profiles. So and on the top of that, we can see very often that clients are very open today to bring the CEOs from different sectors, to bring different perspectives. And diversity is extremely important for me, and I keep telling about diversity, not only gender diversity, which is extremely important, because we are 50% of the population worldwide, but the diversity, of skills, of backgrounds, of sectors, of points of view, because it gives us the added value, to face the challenges of tomorrow in a much more systemic way. So basically, if you ask the question about the skills of tomorrow for the CEOs, we speak about agile people, self-aware people. We speak about technology savvy as well, AI and cybersecurity and tutti quanti, extremely important. We speak about communication with impact because if you are at this level of the organization, you need to be able to speak up. You need to be able to have enough tools to represent your company on the stage. This is extremely important. So basically, the CEOs who are not able to go on the stage and speak openly and with the right arguments and being able to inspire others will not survive, from our perspective.
I've definitely seen this as one of the key criteria, no matter if that's a non-NGO or business for profit, you always see this aspect now that the person is able to go and speak and bring the people.
To be visible, of course.
And have no problems to be visible, but also with impact, as you say.
Yeah.
To bring people.
Because again, you might have a great company behind. If you don't hold the message of the company with you, it's very difficult, to make an impact. So we need to be able to hire the leaders who are able to hold the message of the company, who are in line, I would say, with the values. This is extremely important, and every time we hire, we do CEO successions. We put the question of governance on the table. So don't think about the sector when you change as a CEO. Think about the governance and the impact you would like to build, and join the company, which gives you a chance, to be authentic, and to use your values, I would say, and use your contribution the right way. Because now it's not the question about money only, and at this level, people don't change because of the money. They change because they want to be inspired. They change because they want to build an impact, and they change, to be able to learn something from others. So it should be the right governance, and it should be the right company, and not necessarily in the sector.
And I remember in INSEAD, we were discussing in the governance program, we were discussing the CEO succession, and the group was surprised. It was a few years ago already, and the group was surprised when Professor Szczekny, he said, once you have a new CEO, you should start preparing for the CEO succession. So it came out, yes, a bit provocative, but I don't think it was provocative actually.
Not at all.
How do you see this timing? What do you see as the best practice on the market for that?
Every job is a mission. So it's not the never-ending story. It's a mission, and responsible leaders of today, I think they put that on the very, very high priority to be surrounded with people they can eventually include in the succession plans. So basically, as Robert Scharf mentioned several times, smart people surround themselves, with people smarter than them. So this is about.
Robert is your partner, right?
Yes.
For our audience.
Yes. Robert has been with us for a while, and
yes.
He did the succession of Julie at Stock Exchange. So very, very wise person. And basically, it's not a job for life. It's your responsibility to be able to hire people smarter than you, and to prepare the succession of tomorrow, because you never know what will wait for you on the corner. So we know some stories of CEOs and who passed away, very, very in a very unexpected, I would say, way. So, and if there is nothing behind, it's not sustainable at all. So basically, it's the job of the board to hire the right person. It's the job of the CEO to prepare, to think about the succession. What if? So this is the question of building scenarios, in our world, and being able to be agile enough, I would say, to face the future.
Agile, aware, exactly what you said, right?
Yeah.
And yes, and it's not about the power over competition, but it's really about power with and collaboration. And,
it's about, when I did my business school in Poland, and Koźmiński, so the guy who found the founders of the school, he wrote a book about imagination in business. And this is exactly what it is. Just imagine what if. Yeah. Imagine something happens to you. Think about the organization, not about you. Exactly. So that's the question, how to prepare the succession, to anticipate, how to be humble enough, I would say, to learn from others. You are not the smartest person in the room. So Steve Jobs, I think, told that one day. So it's all about imagination and I think humbleness as well.
Being open, aware, yes, and agile again. Wonderful. I love the way you talk about impact that you make. Actually, this was the moment when I asked you whether you would be available for an interview, because I found it's really fascinating the way you bring impact you make on the society and everything that you do. Would you like to share it with our audience? How do you see the impact of your work on really in a big scale in the society that we're living?
Wow, this is a big question. So basically, impact, from my perspective, each of us needs to think about impact and needs to think about us instead of thinking about me. So that was Harvard. Not INSEAD.
Okay. Another big name,
yeah.
So
think about us. Don't think about what I can do for you, what we can do for you. So basically, for me, our activity is like I will tell you the story from Simon Sinek from the book Why. Yeah. So basically, what we do, it's not about doing a job of recruiting. It's like Simon Sinek mentioned one day. It's like going to the construction field, and you've got workers. They go to work from 9 to 5, and they have the paycheck at the end of the month, and they are happy. They do the job. But you've got others, and they come to work. And if you ask the question, why they come to work, or what do they do, they will tell you, we build the houses for happy people. Yeah. So beautiful. This is the difference. So we come to work from 9 to 5, or even from 8 to 10, or during the Sundays and Saturdays as well. But it's not about recruiting. Yeah. It's about hiring and inspiring leaders of tomorrow, and I think this is the beauty of this profession, because we've got the chance to build perhaps a better world of tomorrow. Like Obama mentioned, I'm not working for the world I'm living in now. I'm working for the world I would like to live in the future. So if we hire the right leaders with the right mindset and the right skill set, it might be perhaps possible, to blow, I would say, a different wind of positive change from the very top quicker. Because those people decide about the future of companies. Those people decide, about the future of the countries. So we are very well placed, from my perspective, and we've got a responsibility higher, I think, than just recruiting, to find, to identify, to approach, and to attract, the right leaders to help our country or other countries or Europe or whatever to build a better future. And this is what we do. And I'm very proud of that. very proud because we've got great candidates, great clients, and sometimes, it's so, because again, if clients come to us telling us, guys, I've got one person to hire, that's great. However, if we can have, I would say, this kind of perspective, strategic part is very important for us. So what would you like from this person to achieve? What's the purpose? How would you like this organization to be built, I would say, with this person? This is the beauty of the story. And once we hire this person and we observe this person, grow and building the impact, with the organization, this is just beautiful.
That's
so
super inspiring. Really,
so
yes.
we are not hiring here.
Yes.
And
super inspiring.
when I come to work every single day, it's a different day. But there's so much inspiration and so much, so many positive vibes and so many things to build. That's a great.
And I wonder if that's the key to your long-term partnerships that you build, right, with the candidates, with the clients, the candidates who become clients and vice versa, and your success in Luxembourg, because it's
we've got so many CEO
visible.
successions. We work cross organizations, so we work with education, with non-for-profit, with health sector. We worked with energy as well, of course, with financial services, with law firms, with it's the beauty of this job, that it's so diverse and at the end of the day, everybody is searching for the same. Means people, inspiring leaders, able, to put the organization in the next level of excellence.
The next frontier change.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm sorry. And this is just I think I would not be able to do another job because I don't think there are different jobs with such an impact.
You are very vocal in Luxembourg about women leadership, so we'll move to another impact area where you are very strong. You mentioned your mentor, who was also a woman, right? The first one in Korn Ferry. It was very beautiful the way you said how she was important in your start and development. So what do you see evolving in Luxembourg and beyond, and what we still should do better the society in that area?
For women, you mean?
Yes. Yeah.
I think I keep telling that, it's not up to the society to do something. It's up to women to wake up. Because we are extremely powerful. And we've got all competencies. And I think, the issue is, and the solution is both are in us. That's the point. Yeah. So once, when you see a woman starting, thinking about the power she has, this moment is the most important moment in her life. So and after, she will be able to have enough confidence, to go in front of the employer and telling him, like, for example, when I started just after Korn Ferry, I was with Antal, and the managing partner from Antal, he was searching for somebody with 10 years of experience. And I was there with 1 year. And I told him, I can do the job.
Yeah.
And he hired me.
And you did.
After 1 year. Yeah. And of course, the expectations were very high. Yeah. But again, A plus B, it's not a rocket science. So I think women need to start believing in themselves. And this is the most important, And after, of course, organization. So what we do on the other side. So we have different lunches, female leaders, discussions, and so on. So this has been working extremely well. So basically, cross sectors leaders from the very top level, and we meet once a month, and we discuss about a very specific topic. I know that you will ask about aging, and that was the topic in March, and basically we create the space to speak up, and without any judgment, cross sectors, because cross sectors is extremely important. So basically, financial sector, they discover that they've got exactly the same issues or opportunities,
Yes.
like industry, non-for-profit, and so on. So basically, everybody is talking about the same, having the same issues, and if we speak up together, if we open our fractal to see, how can we perhaps bring the best practices from another sector because they are perhaps much more advanced than us on the topic, I think we will be stronger. So basically, we organize this kind of events for women. On the other side, we've got, I'm 100% confident that it's our job as executive search, having this kind of people, to oblige ourselves to have the shortlist of 50-50. Means men and women. And this is what we do. Because it's our responsibility, to raise the voice, telling, the clients, guys, there are competent women. And if you have, one man and one woman, at the end of the process, equal competencies, just take a woman. You don't tell me that you had no choice. There is a woman competent. And after, of course, we do, I think, a great job on, I would say, making those women more confident, because of course, the pipeline for certain positions on the top level is not really important in Luxembourg. So we need to increase the number of ready for boards or ready for executive committees women. So, of course, many of them, they have never done the job. So they might have some hesitations, or, they might not believe in themselves in most of cases, and so on. So it's our job, to boost them, telling them, hey, come on, go and you will see, and after, you will decide. And at the end of the day, if she has a chance to be in front of the board, telling them A plus B, this is what I can do, and they will tell her this is exactly what we want, the beauty starts,
Yes.
So that's the point. So we do both. So we oblige ourselves, to have 50-50 shortlist, cross sectors. And again, don't tell us that it's not possible, because it's possible. And basically, I do remember it was 2 years ago. I mentioned that at Paper Jam at the beginning of this year as well. There was a lady from a fashion industry invited by Julie Baker 2 years ago in Luxembourg, and she told something very powerful. Basically, she spoke about not enough women on the top position and so on, and she told us, guys, if the headhunter tells me that there are not enough competent women for this job, I change the headhunter.
Of course.
Voila.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the point.
Yes.
Because there are so many competent women everywhere, and we are so lucky here, very international experience, several languages, great track record. Hey, come on. We just need to open the doors and to promote women, via independent and transparent processes. Because if you don't have an independent and transparent process, you might not be able to be visible enough, with the classical networks. So that's the point.
As we all learned also in INSEAD, the decision can be right or wrong. You never know, because you need to see it in time. But the process has to be there, transparent, correct, right? And then it brings you to the decision that is the best in that time.
If you have independent, transparent process, and if from our side, we put the bar very high, means that there are women.
Great, yeah.
So it happens, and I can tell you that, I would say 50% of CEOs we have hired so far are women. So at the end of the day, there is a man chosen by the board. That's fine, but they had a choice.
Amazing.
So
yes. That's really shows how you put this impact in
and
actually
even
in practice.
I will go further. Means that when you speak to those women who were on the short list and who were a part of the process, and at the end there is a man who has a job. The most important that those women have a very constructive experience after our process.
Back to process.
Because if they have the constructive experience, they will dare, next time.
Yes. Yeah.
To ask for more.
Yes.
I'm not talking, about money.
Yeah.
They will dare to put themselves in another process because they can see that, it's not a rocket science and they've got all the competencies. So that's the beauty. So basically, the book I read a lot. And like about the tattooist, I don't know if you know the book. Yeah. So basically, the guy from Auschwitz, he had a chance, when he came to Auschwitz, like many others, thousands of others, they had a chance to have a job of tattooist. Mm. So basically, more food, more privilege. Voila, he were lucky, in an unlucky situation. And he told himself, because I have this privilege, I will try to help as much as I can others. And his motto was save the one, save the world. So no matter how many, you save, if you save the one, just one, you save the world. So that's the beauty, we will not be able, to change the system tomorrow, but if step by step, we save one woman, we make one woman, I would say, more confident that she's able to do, that she's able, to fight for her rights or whatever, we save the world.
Beautiful, yes. What about age, actually? There are lots of conversations here that, if you're 45 and above, forget about changing the job, go to do something 45. As an independent.
No,
which age is it?
You receive some help from the government when you are an employer, when you hire people around 45, so starting from 45.
So it is 45, yeah.
So 45.
Yeah, okay.
So we had different discussions. We have had different discussions about aging because basically in Luxembourg and in Europe as well, and you can see that in Poland as well. You can see that in Spain, in Brussels, Belgium. We speak a lot with our colleagues in France as well. So basically, the most important bias in Europe are still age and gender.
Here we are.
So imagine, a lady 55, very difficult to find a job.
Yeah.
So what we do, basically when we again transparent and independent processes, and we've got the long list with the clients, and of course we don't put any personal information on the long list. So basically. You don't focus on the age of the person, you focus, on the competencies and the personality. But again, after, they go through the CV and or the profile, and they will see that the person did study, 30 years ago. So basically she or he needs to be around 55. So it doesn't really help. But what we do, again, I think we raise our voice for that. This is what we can do, because you will not be able to push, the companies to open the doors for people of 60 tomorrow. But again, if we are able to identify, great candidates, senior candidates, and invite them for the interview, and they will sell themselves the right way. Like, for example, the beginning of this year, we hired somebody at the University of Luxembourg, the Vice Rector of Academic Affairs, and Philippe is very, very senior. And he does an amazing job. So
you can always break every bias, and it goes back to the beginning of the conversation about Luxembourg being bold, right? Still knowing what's your value and not being ultra conservative yourself, actually, as well. Yes.
Yeah, and again, I will not pronounce myself about the pension plan, but again, we all have a huge advantage of the fact that if we start hiring, more senior people, we will contribute, I would say, in a positive change
as well. Yes, from that perspective. Yes, very nice. Okay, let's go to the rapid fire round. So I will make a short question. You can give a short answer.
Okay.
Yes. So the key trend that will shape the industry in the next 5 years.
The key trend, if I will be, very comfortable, it will be AI, of course. If I'm perhaps more innovative, I would say courage.
Courage. Beautiful. Okay. Let's move to the next one. One skill we should all be learning today to stay relevant in 5 years.
AI. Come on. There's nothing without today. One skill, I think, ability to not be linear.
How do you learn this?
I think it's about soft skills, of course, because hard skills, you can learn, and soft skills is soft skills will create the world of tomorrow, or will shape the world of tomorrow, of course. And you've got so many soft skills, but I think the ability to think out of the boundaries, extremely important.
Agility, the brain agility. Okay.
Yeah, and after you've got boldness, helpness as well. I think those kind of skills which will help you understand the world of tomorrow and adapt yourself to the world of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because the change became, the reality. So you can't just fight against. This is what it is, and every single day is another story, and you need to adapt. So the way you adapt and the way you find your place in the world of tomorrow every single day, I think it's the question about being able to see out of boundaries.
Speaking about AI, true or false that AI will replace 50% of humans in the workplace?
It's happening now.
Okay.
Just look at Amazon and others. They I will not pronounce myself, but again, AI will replace, very low value jobs. For sure. Because again, it's a question of efficiency. However, again, at the end of the day, AI needs us to perform. So
I'm with you on that. Yes, exactly.
And again, so many assistants everywhere. So many the law firms, the big four, and so on. There is the business model is shaking now. So of course, makes no sense just to put your head under the carpet and wait. It will change, tomorrow. It will not. It will continue. The change will continue. So I think again, instead of complaining, we need to adapt and work with AI instead of working against.
And the last question is about your multilingual background and your multicultural background. So if you watch a play and you start crying, which language that play will be?
In Italiano.
Totally unexpected.
Yeah, Italiano, I started learning, during the COVID, and after I stopped, because I changed my car and I was not able to put the CD in my car, so that was funny. And yeah, when I'm, when there is something, I don't accept, it's in Italiano as well.
Ah.
Very, very strange, yes. I never show my emotions in Polish, for example.
That's super interesting.
Very,
yes.
very interesting. But on the other side, perhaps I'm the most authentic in Polish because I'm Polish. So, yeah, the usual questions here.
That's very interesting, yes.
Yeah.
Agnieszka, I really enjoyed this conversation. I have something for you, because last time we talked, we discussed your love for
Another INSEAD?
No, it's a book, because I know that you love reading.
Okay.
We discussed the quantum physics.
Yes.
And I mentioned someone that I really enjoyed reading,
Wow.
so that's for you.
Okay, can I open
And
now?
there is also an Italian link, of course, yes.
Okay.
Please go ahead. And once...
It's a Christmas paper. Wow.
Once you've finished it, I hope you enjoy it.
The Order of Time. Wow, thank you. Oh, magnifique.
Carlo Rovelli, he is
Magnifique.
a great
Beautiful.
author that popularizes
Great.
the quantum physics. And he always says, if I made you understand that, it means that I'm not doing my job well, because you cannot understand it. So yes, that's...
Beautiful.
Okay. Thank you very
so
much for the conversation.
I enjoyed as well. Thank you so much for the initiative, and yeah, I hope that I gave you some ideas to explore and some energy for the rest of the day.
For sure. Lots of energy and lots of also red threads about being bold, really not being conservative, taking courage, working on yourself, being aware, being agile. Yes, I definitely love this conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.